What is up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. In today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video, I'm going to be discussing about the upcoming mini box that we're going to be getting in the game, Secrets of the Ancients. This is a mini box that got leaked today with the newest update, as you guys can see on your screen, the December 4th update, and it looks like this box is going to be coming out on December 10th. Now, so yeah, we're going to be discussing about this whole box. I'm going to be talking about every single card from this mini box, so I hope you guys are excited. Now, normally, I kind of want to like stay away from saying like and subscribe all the time at the beginning of the video, but since my channel is flatlining right now and I'm trying to give it some CPR, I really appreciate if you guys would leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more future content. Got a lot of Duel Links content planned. I got a lot of Let's Plays planned for the channel that's also Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon related, and I really want to get some new content on the channel now that I'm more motivated to do so in the first place. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, you can subscribe, but of course you can wait to like and subscribe until you actually watch the full video. But yeah, and another thing too I want to mention is that if you want to skip to any certain section of me talking about these cards in the mini box, I'm going to be putting timestamps on when I talk about the UR cards, the SR cards, normal and rare cards. So if you want to skip to any of those, they'll be in the description and the comment section down below if I remember. And I guess without further ado, let's go talk about this mini box. And also I got to give a couple shout outs. Huge shout out to Duel Links Meta for posting all these leaks. The reason why I'm using the Duel Links Meta website because they conveniently laid out all this stuff right here. So thank you so much, Duel Links Meta. Be sure to go check out the website in the description down below. And thank you so much, Yazin, for data mining this content. Random shenanigans out of the side, let's go dive into today's video, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. So first of all, of course, this is the Ancient Fairy mini box, a box that I actually called in my live streams and everything like that. I literally called out predicting that the next mini box was going to be Ancient Fairy Dragon. So that's what we have right here. This is an Ancient Fairy Dragon. Like, the box art of this box is Ancient Fairy Dragon, which is cool. We can finally unlock this card without using a skill. And due to my predictions, I think with my predictions on how I've been doing this, because I called the last main box and I called out this mini box, I think the next main box is probably going to be a red or black rose dragon main box, and also I think the next mini box afterwards might be a Go-Yo Guardian mini box, and then afterwards we're probably going to get a some sort of maybe a red dragon archfiend main box at some point. That's going to be my predictions personally, but it could definitely, you know, things could shake up, things could change and everything like that. But if my predictions keep getting right, that's what my thoughts are going to be right there. Also, another thing I forgot to mention around the beginning of the video is that I am sorry if I mispronounce any card names. I am horrible at reading cards. But yeah, let's go talk about Ancient Fairy Dragon. So this is a 7-star light dragon synchro. It takes a tuner plus one or more non-tuner monsters. Once per turn, you can special summon a level 4 or lower monster from your hand. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this effect. Once per turn, you gain as many field spell cards in the field as possible, and if you do, you gain 1,000 life points. You can add a field spell card from your deck to your hand. 2,100 attack, 3,000 defense. Very cool right there. I believe this card is actually still banned in the TCG, which is interesting, but it is cool that we can finally use this card without using Luna's skill, which is always nice. It's nice to get these, you know, Cider Dragons through there, which is awesome. But I'm not really going to talk about this card too much because, one, I don't really know what many combos for this card in general. And I mean, we already have it in the game. This card hasn't made that much of an impact in the game currently, just through a skill. So there's that right there. But maybe with the fact that it can combo now with different skills, because you can actually unlock this card now through the box, is pretty nice right there. So that is cool. And yeah, that is kind of it right there. Next up, we're going to talk about this card. And like, a lot of people, I called out this like box. I was like telling you guys about this Secrets of the Ancients mini box on my community tab and everything like that, and a lot of you guys were saying that this box is trash, which it probably is. This box is probably trash, but like, when I did some first impressions look at some of these cards, like I did a quick skim on the UR and SR cards, honestly I liked a lot of these cards in this game, and this is like one of the cards that I do like right here. This is like Armadae's Keeper of the Boundaries. Like I said, I'm gonna mispronounce a lot of things right here, but this is a light attribute monster, level 5 fiend synchro monster, and it takes one tuner plus one or more non-tuner monsters. If this card attacks or is attacked, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects till the end of the damage step. This card has 2,300 attack and 1,500 defense. I like this card a lot because it is a generic level 5 synchro, which is always awesome. I love getting generic synchros in Duel Links, and what I really like about this card too is that this card's effect isn't that bad at all. If you attack or is attacked, your opponent cannot activate any cards or effects till the end of the damage step, which is honestly so cool. It's basically like a UA slugger if you think about it, but with this card right here, your opponent can't activate any cards when this card is attacked, which is really cool. The only issue is it is going to be really difficult, and you're going to be using a lot of resources to go into this monster because you do have to synchro summon into it. But if you are building a synchro deck, honestly, I tech this card into your deck. This is a very good level 5 synchro monster in my opinion. It's generic, which is amazing. I want more generic synchros in the game, so this is a step in the right direction. And yeah, I don't think this card is going to be super useful right now, but I mean, dude, it literally, your opponent can't activate any hand traps or spell and trap cards when you attack with this monster, which is awesome. So you don't really need to worry about back row removal that often. The only things you still got to worry about though is possibly the issue with the fact that you have to kind of go against cards like Treacherous Trapple. Floodgate Canadia can definitely ruin this combo right here, that is for sure. But you don't have to worry about cards like Wall Disruption, Widespread Ruin, Sakuraku Armor, and just other cards like that. And so there's that right there. So this isn't like invincible by any means, but it can definitely not get hurt by a lot of cards, that's for sure. So this is a really cool card in my opinion. I'm super glad that this card's getting added to the game, and I would hope to pull one when I do my live stream on pulling all these packs. Next up, we have Junk Synchron. Awesome that we're going to be getting this card as a UR finally. We don't need to use a skill anymore to add Junk Synchron to our deck, which is awesome. For anybody that doesn't know, Junk Synchron is a dark attribute monster. It's a level 3 warrior tuner. When this card is normal summon, you can target a level 2 or lower monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target in defense position, but it has its effects negated. This card has 1300 attack and 500 defense, so that's really cool right there. We already know what Junk Synchron is. It's a very iconic card. The fact that we can now obtain it without using USA skill is awesome. I hope I can add this card to my collection in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, and maybe I can make a revamped version of my Yusei Synchro deck that I did, because a lot of you guys actually liked my Yusei Synchro deck. That was one of my ranked PvP videos that actually did really well, so I could probably bring back that Synchro deck back again. The other thing too with Junk Synchron is that you can actually combo Junk Synchron to special summon or Synchro summon into this 5-star monster right here, so you can combo Junk Warrior and this Keeper of Boundaries card into your Synchro deck, because this is a level 5 monster. You can use Junk Synchron, special summon a 2 or lower. You're a level 2 monster from your graveyard, Junk Synchron and that monster to Synchro summon into this card. So the combos are there, which is awesome right there. So that is awesome. I'm honestly really liking these UR cards right here. That's nothing like too new. This is the only new UR card from this mini box, but honestly, the fact that we're getting Junk Synchron and we're getting Ancient Fairy Dragon is awesome. So I'm pretty happy about that right there. Now I'm gonna go get a drink of water because my throat is dying. And it doesn't help that I have to go through like so many other cards, so that is always fun. But we're going to start up with the UR cards now. And first of all, we're going to talk about this Powered Insectatron right here. So I think this is a card that supports Insectors. So any Insector players that want to tech in some Synchro shenanigans can now do that. But I don't know, I've never seen this card before, so I might make some of my predictions wrong. Anyway, so this is a light 6-star machine Synchro. It takes a tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner monsters. Awesome that we have another generic Synchro monster in the game. Thank you, Konami. And also, when this card is Synchro Summon this turn, this card cannot be destroyed by battle card effects, and you take no damage. So that's honestly really cool right there. I think this is definitely a card that is definitely useful. But still, I was about to say that this card is immune by Floodgate and Canadia, but I think this card still can get touched, or it still can get this card can get touched. Omega lol. But this card isn't affected by Floodgate and Canadia, because it only says it cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. Canadia and Floodgate does it destroy, it targets it and flips it face down. So that does suck, but still, you don't have to worry about Treacherous Trapple. You don't have to worry about Widespread Ruin, Sakuraku Armor, Super Rush, Headlong, cards like those when you first summon this card, which is nice. So it's definitely useful. I'm liking that these Synchros have some protection effects now, which is awesome. So that's really cool right here. And it's a generic 6-star monster, so you don't need to put it into an Insector deck. You can just put it in any one of your Synchro decks if you want to. So it's an alright card. It's not like broken by any means, but it's alright. Next up, we're going to talk about the Gene Warped Werewolf. This is an Earth 4-star Beast Warrior, has 2000 attack and 100 defense, and then there's a vanilla text right there. So yeah, we have another 4-star vanilla card. I'm not gonna read the vanilla text. I don't want to take too much of your guys' time, but there is that right there. Just a generic 2000 attacking monster. That's a Beast Warrior type. Next up, we have a Gigantes. I think this card is actually already in Duel Links. I think I went against some NPCs in Duel Links using this card, but who knows. Anyways, though, this is an Earth attribute, level 4 monster. It's a rock effect, cannot be special summoned / set unless you special summon from your hand by banishing 1 Earth monster from your graveyard. This card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard. Destroy all spell and trap cards on the field. So that's pretty cool right there. You do have to special summon this from your hand by banishing an Earth monster from your graveyard. That's not going to be too difficult. You can combo this, with the Gene Warped Werewolf if you wanted to, because this is also an Earth monster. So you can actually summon this card pretty easily, because you can just build an Earth monster deck, which is cool. And I think the Trap Tricks, yeah, the Trap Tricks are also Earth type too, so you can actually combo this with the Trap Tricks that we're going to be talking about soon. So that's cool right there. And if this card is destroyed balance in the graveyard, you can destroy all spawn trap cards on the field. That's actually a really good effect. Like, honestly, this card isn't like horrible. It's not broken. It's another card that's not broken, but it's a 1900 special summonable monster, and if it gets destroyed, you can destroy all spawn trap cards on the field. So there's that right there. That's honestly not that bad of a card. Maybe some people can think of some really good combos with Gigantes right there. So I don't know. That's just me right there. Next up, we're gonna be talking about some trap tricks. I never played trap tricks in the TCG because I just wasn't around. I mean, there's a lot of decks I haven't played in the TCG, but I have heard of this archetype before. But still, this is gonna be like a new archetype for me to learn about. But I think this was a popular deck back in the day, if I believe so, in the TCG. Anyways, so we have trap tricks, Arax, or however you pronounce that. It's an Earth attribute 4-star insect with the effect. This card is unaffected by the effect of whole normal trap cards, so this means Floodgate Trap Hole will not bother it, which is really cool. Treacherous Trap Hole will not bother this card, but I believe Canadia is still going to be able to flip that down because it isn't counted as a whole card right there. But yeah, any card that has hole and it's a normal trap card, trap tricks are unaffected by that. So right off the bat, you can think about Treacherous Trap Hole and Floodgate Trap Hole, not worrying. You just don't need to worry about those traps right there. Next up, you can activate whole normal trap cards from your hand. The activation of effects of normal trap cards activated on your side of the field cannot be negated. That's actually pretty crazy right there. So that means you can literally play Treacherous Trap Hole from your hand, which is honestly ridiculous in my opinion, but who knows how consistent that'll pop off. But people might start running 2 copies of Treacherous Trap Hole again to combo to trap tricks because you literally can play that from your hand, which is actually kind of ridiculous. I don't think I don't think Floodgate Trap Hole would work at all. It definitely wouldn't, but you know, it's an option right there. Another thing too that it knows too is that you can activate these whole trap cards on either player's turn. From what I'm gonna guess, you can activate them on either player's turn, so you can definitely add use Floodgate Trap Hole from your hand during your opponent's turn, which is actually wild. And like I mentioned, Gigantes can actually probably combo with this because since you're gonna keep all of your traps in your hand, you're gonna, like, if you're gonna play trap tricks, you're probably gonna keep all your traps in your hand in the first place. So you're gonna keep Treacherous Trap Hole in your hand, Floodgate Trap Hole in your hand, to, you know, combo with trap tricks. And then you can use Gigantes to also help out too, because since you're not throwing down your face down spell and trap cards, Gigantes can be on the field. If it gets destroyed, you pop all of your opponent's back row. So definitely gonna probably want to combo this card right here with trap tricks cards, which is kind of cool. So there's that right there. This card has 1800 attack and 1000 defense, so it's all right. It's a 4-star. 1800 is not bad. It has a really good effect too. So maybe trap tricks can be a thing. I don't know if they have enough firepower to be viable in the game yet, but I feel like people can definitely think of some combos to make this deck good, in my opinion. Next up, we have Trap Tricks, Adana, whatever this card is. This is a Earth attribute 4-star plant with the effect. This card is unaffected by the effect of all whole normal trap cards. It looks like all Trap Tricks are going to have this sort of effect. Once card is normal summon, you can target a Trap Tricks monster in your graveyard, special summon a target in defense position. That's pretty cool. Once card is special summon, you can target one whole trap card in your graveyard, set that target, but banish it during the end phase of your next turn if it's still in the field. So that's actually not too bad, and it can actually help out Treacherous Trap Hole, because if you're going to combo Treacherous Trap Hole and Floodgate Trap Hole, you don't want trap cards in your graveyard. So the fact that Trap Tricks can kind of banish your floodgates can open up plays for Treacherous Trap Hole. So I can honestly, like, Trap Tricks might be pretty cancer, honestly. This deck might actually see some play if you have 3 copies of Floodgate and a couple copies of Treacherous Trap Hole. Personally, for me, I won't be able to pop off with that, but I feel like some other players can. Well, I can't speak, but yeah, there's that right there. You can target one, and then there's that right there. So that's cool. 1700 attack, nothing too crazy right there. Combos with the Trap Tricks monster archetype, pretty interesting right there. Now, I do notice too that if we had XYZs in this game, because I think Trap Tricks were an XYZ deck, and you could kind of tell that already, but you know, we don't have XYZs in the game, so Trap Tricks are not that good yet. They're not that good yet. Next up, we have Trident Warrior. This is a light 4-star warrior with the effect. When it's card special summon, you can special summon a level 3 monster from your hand. That's actually really cool. So you can combo Trident Warrior with Junk Synchron right away. Trident Warrior and Junk Synchron can go into Junk Berserker, which is an easy 7-star Synchro monster combo. That's honestly really cool. I might want to pull some copies of that card to go for some really cool Synchro summon shenanigans right there. So yeah, Trident Warrior, I like that. I like that card right there because you can special summon. And by the way, this is any level 3 monster. So not just Junk Synchron. You can combo this with any level 3 monster also. So yeah, Trident Warrior can combo with a lot of decks. Just the first thing and the most obvious thing in my head was to combo this with Junk Synchron to go for some really cool Synchro summon plays, but pretty cool. I like that. Next up, we have Delta Flyer. This is a win 3-star Dragon Tuner. Once per turn, you can select the lever face of monster control and increase level by 1. So you can combo Delta Flyer with Trident Warrior, because you can use Trident Warrior to special summon Delta Flyer, and you can use Delta Flyer's effect to select another face of monster control and increase its level by 1. So you can increase your Trident Warrior to level 5, go for an 8-star Synchro summon, a Stardust Dragon or Black Winged Dragon. That's a really cool combo right there. Or you can combo Ditherium with Delta Flyer, special summon Ditherium with its effect, normal summon Delta Flyer, and go for combos right there. So we have some viable synchro summoning techniques with this box, which is really cool. Still, the issue is we don't have some broken synchro monsters yet, but man, I can't wait till Konami adds those broken synchro monsters, because I think that we're gonna have enough materials and monsters to easily go for crazy synchro summons. So there's that right there. Next up, we're gonna talk about Verdant Sanctuary. This card is a spell continuous card. When a face-up insect monster is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, its controller can add an insect type monster with the same level as destroy a monster from the deck to your hand. So this can definitely help out insect decks. Of course, the first thing that pops in my head is that you can combo this Sanctuary card with your Trap Tricks 8 tracks, because this is also an insect card. So you can combo that with this Trap Tricks right here, combo this card with it, and you can kind of just go from there. Only issue is that if you combo Gigantes, it might destroy your Verdant Sanctuary, but you know, there's options right there. Next up, we have Lair Wire or something like that. It's a trap normal card. Remove from play one insect monster from your graveyard and select a monster opponent controls to destroy a selected monster. I don't really know how I feel about that card too much. I mean, it's not horrible by any means. You can probably combo this with Insectors also, if I'm thinking about it, because, you know, we actually got some Insector support right here. So you could actually probably combo these two cards right here, like the Verdant Sanctuary and the Lair Wire, easily with Insectors, and you can combo it with Trap Tricks, which is really cool. But yeah, this card, I don't know how too good it is, but I think with decks that can easily mill themselves, this card can be useful at certain points, because you can pop any of one of your opponent's monsters with that. So not the worst card in the world. This card might see some play. It just might be a little slow compared to some other options in the game. Last card we're going to talk about, which is probably one of the better cards in this set right here, is definitely the Trap Tricks Trap Hole a Nightmare. When a monster that special summon this turn activates an effect on your opponent's field, they negate that effect, and if you do, destroy that card. That's actually a really good effect. This can handle Blue Eyes pretty easily. I think you can probably use this against Silent Magician, and maybe, I don't know exactly, because I'm really bad with my wording in Yu-Gi-Oh, but I think if you use Trap Hole Nightmare, you might be able to negate Silent Magician's effect altogether. I'm not too sure though. I'd have to read up Silent Magician's effect, where it can like special summon the level 8 Silent Magician. I don't know the exact wording on that one, but it might be able to negate that. So yeah, special summon decks can definitely get hurt by this by a lot. But I think there has been some combos recently where you don't always use special summoning effects. Like personally for me, I've been a Gemini user recently, and Geminis don't really special summon that much except from the graveyard. So you know, sometimes Trap Tricks, Trap Hole Nightmare won't bother me, but I think overall this card could definitely be pretty good. So yeah, and since it is a Trap Hole card, you can use this from your hand with both of these Trap Tricks monsters, so you can honestly use this as a literal hand trap, which is pretty cool. So yeah, honestly, the SR is not horrible at all. So overall, these are actually some really cool options. Next up, let's go move on with some of the rare cards that have been leaked and everything like that. Straight off the bat, we have a brand new, rare monster. That's a secret monster. This is Ally Justice Light Gazer. This is a dark level 8 machine synchro. Takes 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner monsters. Card gains 200 attack for each light monster opponent's graveyard. So nothing too crazy at all. It is a generic 8-star synchro though, so that is honestly really cool. We have some more generic 8-star synchros to join us, because I think currently the easiest 8-star synchro to summon to is Stardust Dragon, Blackwing Dragon, and now this Ally Justice Light Gazer. Only issue is though that this card is not really that good at all. Like it's very mediocre at best. So I'd probably stick with using Stardust Dragon in my opinion, but it is a very cheap alternative though. It is a rare card, so it shouldn't be that hard to pull. So you make do with that, you know what I'm saying. Next up, we're going to talk about the King of the Beasts. This is an Earth attribute monster. It's level 7 beast with the effect. You contribute 1 face-up Moja. You control the special summon this card from your hand or graveyard. There only can be 1 face-up King of the Beast. So this card has 2500 attack, 800 defense, and I think Moja is one of the rare cards. Yeah, it's right here. So Moja right here is an attribute Earth. It's a level 1 beast with the effect. When this card destroy balance in the graveyard, you can add a beast level 4 beast monster from your graveyard to your hand. So there's some combo synergy right there. So yeah, so special summon this beast card real quick. You can tribute one of those face emojis. Special summon this card from your hand or graveyard. So that's pretty cool. And then you can kind of just like combo with Moja, because Moja has a graveyard effect and everything like that. But it only can work when it's destroyed by battle. So there's not too much synergy with it, so I don't know what to think about it, but I'm going to guess that this random deck that they're throwing in a mini box is not that good. I don't really see any hope for this deck, but hey, it could be a fun meme deck to make a video on. I don't know. I don't really know too much about that. Next up, we're going to talk about Mother Spider. This is a 6-star dark insect with the effect. If you have only insect type monsters in your graveyard, you can send 2 face-up defense position monsters your opponent controls to the graveyard and special summon this card from your hand. That is interesting. So you can probably combo cards like Curse of Anubis and Windstorm Yeah, that's actually kind of cool. You can actually combo Windstorm and Curse of Anubis with this card. Your opponent has a whole field of monsters. You switch them all to the defense position, special summon Mother Spider. That's pretty cool right there. I would say that you could try to combo the other trap card that machine monsters use to switch other monsters to defense position, but of course that won't work out too well because the only way to use that card is if you have a machine monster anyways. But yeah, Windstorm or Curse of Anubis help out Mother Spider. That's kind of a spicy play in my opinion right there. So yeah, that's actually kind of a cool card. I don't know, like it's not really that good, but it is a 2300 monster that you can you know, summon. So I don't know, if you go against some swarm decks, you can definitely do some spicy combos right there. So there might be some people making some meme decks off of Mother Spider. Let's be real here, boys. That might be an interesting deck to try out. Next up, we have Egotistical Ape. I actually pronounced that word right. That's insane, but I can't pronounce the words that I'm trying to say right. Life of Watt 007. Anyways, this is an Earth level 5 Beast Tuner monster. Can't be normal summon or set. This card can only be special summoned by sending one Beast monster from your hands to the graveyard. That's not too bad. I actually kind of like that. You can actually combo that with King of the Beast if you want to too, because you can special summon King of the Beast from your graveyard. So a little bit of synergy right there. Anyways, though, yeah, when this card is special summoned by sending a Beast monster from your hand to the graveyard, when this card is special summoned this way, you can activate one of these effects. You can either increase the level of this card by the level of the Beast type monster, or decrease the level of this monster by the level of the monster that you discarded, and it's a you can effect, so you don't have to right there. But yeah, that's actually, it's a special summonable beast monster, which is actually nice. This can definitely open up combos for certain synchro summons, so it's not a horrible card. I think some people can definitely try out some interesting beast synchro decks with this card. So that's pretty cool right there. Next up, we have Thunder Unicorn. This is a light attribute monster. It's a 5 beast synchro monster. It takes one beast type tuner plus one or more non-tuner monsters. So there you go. You can try to combo Egotistical Ape with Thunder Unicorn. You're probably going to want to do is maybe discard one of your low level beast monsters and kind of go from there. But anyway, so once per turn during your main phase, you can select one face up monster your opponent controls. Loses 500 attack for each monster you control until the end phase. During the turn this card is activated, no monster is going to attack except this card. This card's a very mediocre card. I do remember this card though from the anime of season 2 of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D, so that's always nice to see. But overall, this card's very meh at best. There is a reason why it is a rare card after all. Next up, we have a hunter or ape fighter, which I do remember from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. This was, I think, was it Divac? I forgot what the dark signer that summoned the monkey Earthbound Mortal. I think it was Divac. He was the one with the yellow robe and everything like that, and he actually had an ape deck. So this kind of confirms that it's kind of cool that Konami's been adding a lot of the dark signer cards from the Darksider users. Like for example, in the last box we got a bunch of support for reptilians, and that was a deck that Misty used in the show and everything like that. So it's cool that we got them in the game, and it's cool that we get these ape kind of cards in the game too. And I'm also going to show you guys some spider cards from this box that was used by the other Dark Signer. I forgot what the main Dark Signer guy, but he was the one with the red robe. I forgot how to pronounce his name. I think, was it, I don't know. I don't remember what his name. I'm getting all the names mixed up, but whatever the Dark Signer with the yellow robe was, had the ape cards. Whatever the Dark Signer with the red robe had the spider cards. Sorry that I can't remember the names of them, because I have a hard time remembering names, honestly. Anyways, though, it's cool that we have the support and everything like that. It just kind of shows us, though, that the characters might not be added into the game as a playable characters, which does suck in my opinion. Kind of because what I've noticed with Konami is that if they do add character cards from characters from the show into boxes, it kind of increases the chance of not getting those characters in the game as unlockable characters. So there's that right there. So it kind of makes me sad that, you know, in the last box, Reptilian cards were added into that box, but I don't think my girl Misty will be added into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Really hope she does, though, but the chances of that are pretty low. But still, Ape Fighter is a level 4 beast effect monster. This card destroys the opponent's monster by battle, gains 300 attack. This card does not attack during your turn. The attack gained from this effect returns to 0 during the end phase of that turn. 1900 attack, which is always nice, and 1200 defense. So that's cool. This card, you know, and everything like that, it keeps attacking. You keep gaining attack, but if you don't attack with this monster, then it loses all of its attack in the game. So interesting card right there. Next up, we have Bird of a Roses, a attribute wind, level 4 plant with the effect. Once card, when this face-up attack position card is destroyed by battle, when this face-up attack position card is destroyed by battle with an opponent's attacking monsters in the graveyard, you can special summon 2 plant type tuner monsters from your deck in defense position. Interesting. Now, I don't remember any plant type tuners in the top of my head, but I believe Akiza and Luna both have both have skills that add plant type tuners to your deck. So I think Copy Plant and Spore might be able to combo with Breath of the Roses, so that's kind of cool right there. Honestly, not that bad of a card, I guess, but it does need to be destroyed by battle. There's that right there. And it has 1800 attack, though, which is pretty cool. So there's that right there. So kind of a neat card. Next up, we have a Hypno Core. This is a dark 4-star beast with the effect. This card is special summon, or not special summon. My bad. When this card is normal summon, if your opponent controls a monster and you control no other monsters, you can target a set spell checker on the field and destroy that target. That's actually kind of cool. Yeah, that's actually kind of cool. The only issue is this card isn't going to be consistent because your opponent has to control a monster, and also the fact that this card only has 1400 attack does kind of suck. But the fact that it can destroy spell or trap card is really cool. But, you know, it is a 1400 monster, so you're not really going to see too much play out of that, in my opinion. Next up, we have Informer Spider. This is a 4-star insect with the effect. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard by a card effect, you can take control one of your defense position monster your opponent controls. So that's kind of neat right there. Like I said, combo that Windstorm, Curse of Anubis with these spider cards, and you can definitely build some interesting decks right there. Next up, we have 8 Magician, another card that I recognize from the 5Ds anime. This is a dark 3-star beast effect. It can't be special summoned once per turn. If this face-up card is in attack position, you can send him one monster from your hand to the graveyard. Target one face-up defense position monster your opponent controls. They control of it until the end phase. It cannot change its battle position this turn. So yeah, there's that right there. You know, right there. You can steal your opponent's monsters, but they do have to be in defense position in order to do that. And also it only lasts until the end phase right there. So it's not really that good of a card, but you can probably try to go for some interesting plays or meme decks with this card. Next up, we have Mind Mole, which is a goofy looking card in my opinion. Anyways, though, this is an Earth level 3 beast effect. Once per turn, this card cannot be destroyed by battle. If this card is sent to the graveyard and uses a single material of a beast type monster, draw a card. If this card is removed from the field by your opponent's card effect, remove this card from play. Interesting. Interesting right there. But yeah, it's actually pretty cool that you get the draw card if you use this for a synchro summon. That's always nice. I guess it can combo what it can combo with. It can combo with the synchro summon of Thunder Unicorn. And that's about it though when it comes to these ones. Yeah, because all of these, actually every single synchro monster from this box except for Thunder Unicorn is a beast type monster, which is interesting. So good luck comboing Mind Mole with a lot of beast type synchro summons from this box exclusively. I don't remember on top of my head how many beast synchro monsters we have in the game already, but you know, there's that right there. Next up, we have Cherry and Motto. I think I recognize. Yeah, wasn't this used by another Dark Signer in the show? I don't remember. Anyways, though, this is a plant tuner. When this card's stored with balance onto the graveyard, you can special summon up to 2 in Motto monsters from your deck. It cannot be used to synchro material monsters this turn. So, yeah, there's that right there. It is a 2-star monster though, which is cool. And if it gets destroyed by battle, you can special summon 2 different Motto cards right there. So basically, if you're running 3 copies of this card, you can special summon up to 2 of them from your deck after this one gets destroyed. But they can't be used synchro material monsters this turn. But I don't think that would actually matter too much because the only times you're going to be able to pop this effect is during your opponent's turn or during your turn, and since there's no main phase 2 in Duel Links, that last effect doesn't really matter. But you know, there's that right there. Next up, we have Key Mouse, another. I actually kind of like the artwork of this card. Anyways, so this is a level 1 beast tuner. This card destroy balance to the graveyard. You can add a level 3 lower beast type monster from your deck to your hand. So that's actually pretty cool right there. You can add Key Mouse again or any other 3-star beast monsters, so that's always fun. Next up, we have Savage Coliseum, which I actually think wasn't this used by Misty in the show so she can special summon her Earthbound Immortal card. I could have sworn that's what it was, but if I got it wrong, my bad right there. But this is a spell field card. If this monster attacks at the end of the damage step, its control against 300 life point. All monster must attack if able during the end phase. Destroy all face up attack position monster that can't read right now. During the end phase, destroy all face-up attack position monsters of the turn player controls that did not declare an attack. So this actually works on both sides, I would assume right there. All monster, or its controller gains all monsters during the end phase. Actually, no, this only applies to you, I believe. So I don't really know the benefit of this card too much, to be honest. I mean, it gains a 300 life point, which is always nice, but all monsters do have to attack, which kind of sucks. So yeah, I don't really know how good this card is. I think this card is very mediocre at best. But I mean, hey, it exists, so there's that right there. Next up, we have Spiritual Force. This is a continuous spell card each turn. The first face-up beast warrior or plant monster you control destroy battle is not destroyed. So that's going to be pretty annoying to deal with because I think this can combo. Yeah, it can combo with just trap tricks, but can it combo with insects? It does not combo with insects, but still, this card's going to be annoying because you would try to kill your opponent's monster and it won't die the first time. So you probably want to get rid of Spiritual Force first, before trying to get rid of your opponent's cards. But this card's probably probably going to tilt some people. I think this card might tilt some people. Next up, we have Berserking. This is a trap continuous card. Once per turn, you can, during your main phase on your opponent's battle phase, you can select up to 2 face-up beast warriors on the field. Until the end of turn 1, the selected monster loses has to attack, and the other monster gains an equal amount of attack. So this is very similar to Beast Rising, but I think Beast Rising is better than this card right there. But I mean, at least you don't have to sacrifice a beast monster with using Berserking, so I guess that's the benefit with this card. But I think Beast Rising is probably going to be a little bit better than this card right here, but still very tilted right there, very tilting right there. And then the last rare card that we're going to be talking about from this box, this is a trap card, Super Rush Relentlessly. Basically, you can target a beast type warrior, god dang, I can't speak. You can target a beast type monster you control, and one monster your opponent controls destroy the first target. If you do, shuffle the second target to your deck. I don't really know how I feel about that, but then again, beast cards do have some combos with them being destroyed in the first place, so this card can actually probably open up some really cool beast combos. Like, on paper doesn't sound good, but if I do remember correctly, like some of the beast support cards we got in the Rampage at the Forest mini box definitely had some really good beast like combo synergy, where if you destroy your beast monsters, you can special summon this other UR beast monster. So maybe Super Rush Relentlessly might be all right. Only issue is though, this is a normal card, so it's not going to be easy to summon right away. So there's that right there. And last but not least, we're going to talk about all the, you know, rare cards, or not rare cards, the end cards from this box. So let's go start discussing about them. First up, we have Beast Striker. This is an Earth level 4 Beast effect. Once per turn, you can discard a card, especially on one emoji from your deck. So that's cool right there. 1850 in attack, 4 on defense. Very cool. Next up, we have Horn Riem. This is the Beast effect. This card sent from the graveyard as a single material monster for synchro summon. Send the top 2 cards of your opponent's extra graveyard. Some little mill action right there. Nothing too crazy. The reason why, I mean, there's a reason why this card's in rare, or an end card after all, but you know, it exists. It's right there. Next up, we have Chain Dog. I actually kind of like that artwork. It's like, it's sad that the dog is chained up, but I still like the artwork. Like, the artwork looks good and it's unique. But it is very sad. Why are you chaining up the poor dog? Stop it. Anyways, though, this is an Earth 4-star Beast effect. Can't be used as a synchro material except for synchro summon of a Beast monster. This card's in the graveyard. You can special summon this card. That's actually pretty cool. And if you do banish it when it leaves the field, you must control exactly 2 Beast monsters to activate or resolve the effect. And that what ruins the card. The fact that you need exactly 2 Beast monsters in the effect in order to use Chain Dog is very, very annoying. Like, overall, the card wasn't horrible. I mean, it does suck that it only can be used for synchro material of a Beast monster, but I mean, dog. Chain Dog. Why do you have that last effect? Come on, my dude. Next up, we have Ground Spider. I think I remember this card from the anime. This is a 4-star insect with the effect once per turn. If you control this face of defense position monster when your opponent normal summon special summons a monster, you can change that monster to defense position. So that's all right. It is 1500 defense still, so don't expect this card to last for a while. Now, this is a very slow option to try to get your opponent's monster into defense position. I just recommend using Windstorm or Curse of Anubis or any other cards to switch to defense position monsters like Econ. So there's that right there. This card's freaky looking. This is Dark Artist. This is a 3-star Fiend with the effect. If this card is being attacked by a light monster, its defense is halved during the damage calculation only. Very situational card, very bad stats, very bad card. Next up, we have Inmato. So this combos with the Cherry Amato right here. But anyways, this is a level 3 plant. The effect, when one other face of plant monster is targeted by the effect, a spell, or a trap card opponent controls, you can draw this card and draw 2 cards. That's actually not horrible. Drawing 2 cards is always nice. I mean, technically, this is a +1, so you're sacrificing this card only to draw 2 cards. But the way to pop off the effect is very situational, and yeah, you're not going to pop out the effect that much, but hey, it exists, and if you draw 2 cards, that is awesome. Next up, we have Lock Cat. Another, like, you know what, I like these like lock cards, right? They look cool. But stop locking up the poor animals. Like, what's going on? Anyway, so this is a level 3 beast with the effect. When this card's normal summon, you can select one level beast type monster in your graveyard, special summon in a defense position, but its effects are negated. That's not horrible at all. The only issue is it's only level 1 beast monster, so good luck trying to pop off this effect. If it feels like level 2 beast monsters, that would honestly be awesome, because I don't think, even though I talked about every card in this box so far, I don't think there's been a level 2-star beast monster, but it would have been cool if there was a level 2 beast monster, combo that with Lock Cat, go for a special summon right there. But yeah, there's that right there. But Lock Cat and Chain Dog, you can special summon stuff, was cool, but why are you locked up, guys? Like, why? Next up, we have whatever this card is, Monoceros. Anyways, this is a light 3-star beast effect. Can't be normal summoned or set. This card can only be special summoned by removing from play 1 spell card from your hand. When you synchro summon using this card in a beast type warrior tuner monster as a synchro material monsters, you can select 1 beast tuner monster used for synchro summon and special summon from the graveyard. That's actually pretty cool, because you can keep kind of special summoning from here on out. But yeah, you do have to remove a spell card from your hand in order to special summon this card. So There's that right there. So at least you can special summon it, which isn't horrible. Next up, we have a very goofy looking card right here. Oh, hey, this was the level 2 beast tuner that I was talking about. I didn't even... Speaking of level 2 beast tuner monsters, we have Elephant. Very goofy looking card. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can select one of your level 3 or lower beast type, beast warrior type, or winged beast type monster from play, add it to your hand. Very cool. Next up, we have Relinquish Spider coming back with a Relinquish support. Oh my goodness. Anyways, the level 2 insect effect. If you have 4 or more insect type monsters in the graveyard, you contribute this card, and I'll destroy all face-up defense fish monster put controls. So that's cool right there. Next up, we have Unicorn Familiar, another level 2 beast type tuner. These are all the level 2 beast type tuners are coming up in here into this box review. Anyways, this face-up defense fish monster is selected as an attack target. You remove from play one monster you control other than this card, and remove this card from play. Attacking monster must attack during your next standby phase. This card removed from play by its effect, it returns to the field. Interesting card right there. Next up, we have Verifon, the Mystical Beast of the Forest. This is another Beast Tuner level 2. You can discard one card, then target a level 2 or lower Beast monster in graveyard, except this card and special summon it in attack position or face down defense position. You only can use the effect of this card once per turn. So it does like that this one is a level 2 because it's going to be really hard to go for synchro summons in the first place. So there's that right there. But I mean, hey, it's there. You can special summon stuff. Very cool, but yeah, it is kind of sucks that you know it's a level 2 in this situation. It would have been nice if it was a level 3 for easier beast synchro summoning, especially into that unicorn card, but who knows, maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, we have Dark Spider. This is a 1-star attribute Dark, insect with the effect. Once per turn, you can increase the level 1 insect type monster control by 2 until the end phase. So very mediocre card. Do remember this card though from the anime. And I actually think I have this card somewhere in my room. This was like one of the few cards that I got when I was younger, when I was first getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! Next up, we already talked about Mojo, but yeah, once cards destroy a balance in the graveyard, you can add a level 4 beast type monster from your graveyard to your hand. So there's that right there. Combo some of the other cards in this box, like Beast Striker and this King of the Beast. Next up, we have Greed Gardo. Quick play spell, activate only when destroyed face-up synchro monster. Activate only when a destroyed face-up synchro monster controlled by your opponent this turn, either by battle or card effect, draw 2 cards. So if you destroy one of your opponent's monsters, you basically can get a +2 from that. So that's, or not +2, a +1 from that. So I guess that's interesting right there. I guess the draw power is nice. This might be like a tech card that you can tech in like one copy of, but the issue is since there's no meta decks in the game that have synchro, like there's no meta synchro deck yet where you're not really gonna get that much value out of this card. But I think this card might be a pretty decent tech in the future if we have some insane synchro decks that we have to deal with. I would be kind of afraid because like you work so hard to destroy your opponent's monsters and you get to draw 2 more cards. That's like kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy in my opinion. Like you can use like Treacherous Trap in combo with this card. Interesting. This card might see some play in the future, but not now. Anyways, we have this card right here, Self-Modification. Spell quick play, card, select one monster you control, and send it to graveyard. Okay. Can't really think of any combos with that, but hey, it exists. Maybe there can be some meme deck or farm deck with that. Next up, we have Summon Breaker. During the main phase 1, if a player successfully conducts their third summon of a monster this turn, it becomes the end phase. Well, the fact that it's a field spell card, I mean, it's good that you're going to lock out your opponent from spam summoning. That's good right there. Your opponent can't spam summon, because if they do, then it's the end phase of the turn. But it's very situational. For hires are not that good of a deck anymore, and I don't think they really special summon that much monster anyways. I mean, they do, like, yes, they can special summon 3 monsters at a time, but still, you know, it's whatever. I don't think this card is really going to be that good, but it might be an interesting tech card maybe in a tournament. You can side deck that. So I don't know. Next up, we have Battle Instinct. Activate when your opponent declares a direct attack. You can control an old monster, especially summon a level 4 or lower beast type monster from your hand in face-up attack position. So that's cool right there. I mean, there's a lot of better alternatives that are running this card, but if you need a cheap card that you can survive for another turn, here you go. But honestly, there's a lot better options on this card, that's for sure. Next up, we have Beast Soul Swap. Trap normal, target a beast type monster you control, it returns to the hand. If you do special summon a beast type monster from your hand with the same level as the monster that was returned to the hand. So that's cool right there. I mean, it's nothing too crazy though, because it has to be the exact same level, so I don't really like that too much. If it was like any beast monster, this card would be really good, but I don't know. I don't really know much combos of this card, but it's there for any combos that you guys can think of. Next up, we have Urgent Tuning. This is a trap normal card. During the battle phase, immediately after its effect results, synchro summon 1 synchro monster using monsters you control. I actually kind of like this card because basically you can set up a whole board of monsters right away. You can set up a whole board of monsters, start attacking into your opponent. Your opponent starts activating some back row and everything like that, and then you could pop Urgent Tuning and kind of go for a Synchro Summon right there. So that's really cool right there. So after your opponent Wall of Disruptions you, if you still have some monsters on the board, you can Urgent Tuning, boom, bada bang. There you go, you can catch your opponent by surprise possibly. But still, there's probably some better alternatives out there when it comes to traps. You probably shouldn't use this card, but I don't know, it's a cool card. I remember from the show. Very cool right there. Last thing we're going to talk about real quick, we're going to talk about this Shadow Vassal right here. This is a card that we're going to be able to unlock, probably from the DD Tower event, I would assume, because this is going to be available in an in-game event before the new box release. So it's either going to be from this event that we have currently, or it's going to be from some this, maybe like, I don't know, pick a gift campaign. I don't know though, but this card is going to be a card that we're going to be able to obtain soon. It's an attribute Dark level 1 Fiend effect. You can banish a level 5 or higher monster from your graveyard, special summon the card from your hand. Also, you can now special summon monsters for the extra deck for the rest of the turn. It's this card attributed for a tribute summon. You can look at all set cards your opponent controls. That's really cool. Your opponent can activate cards or effects in response to the effect activation. So this card's actually like really cool. The only issue is the only way to special summon it is through banishing a level 5 or higher monster from your graveyard. But like, honestly, other than that, this card is really cool in my opinion. You can use this in your Monarch deck, of course. You can use this in other tribute decks, and you can check all your set cards your opponent controls, which is some very good knowledge in the game if you're not running skills like Mind Scan. I like this card. This is a very cool Vassal card. I'm glad we're getting some of the other Vassal cards in the game, and I think we're almost have all the Vassals in the game. We have the Thunder one, which is the light attribute. We have the Dark one right here, the Fire, Water. I think we're just missing a Wind one. I think we're just missing a Wind one, and that's it. I could be wrong though, but still really cool to get another Vassal card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. That is always nice to see. So there is that right there. But that's actually gonna do it for today's box review. If you guys enjoyed today's video, as always, be sure to go hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new for more Duel Links content. I got some other Duel Links content planned. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I got some Let's Plays that I want to start doing, so look out for those. But seriously though, if you watched the start and the finish from this video, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Hope you guys have a good day, and I guess it's gonna do it for me, guys, right there. So thank you guys for watching today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. I'll go see you guys in the next one. Peace out.